I wonder if we have audio now. See if we have audio now. Check, check, check.
Hello, hello.
Did we bring the audio back? Do not know. I'll keep talking. I love talking. I'm on television. I'm on television for a reason, right?
If indeed the only person can hear you is yourself, still enjoy the sound.
I don't think my wife is there. I wonder if we have audio now. Sound of my voice. Hey, there we go. See if we have audio now. Check, check, check.
Hello, hello.
Did we bring the audio back? Do not know. I'll keep talking. I love talking. I'm on television. I'm on television for a reason, right?
If indeed the only person can hear you is yourself, still enjoy the sound.
Figured it out. I don't think my wife is there. I wonder if we have audio now. Sound of my voice. Hey,
through to Claudel.
there we go. See if we have audio now.
Claudel.
Check, check, check.
Hello, hello.
Did we bring the audio back? Do not know. I'll keep talking. I love talking. I'm on television. I'm on television for a reason, right?
If indeed the only person can hear you is yourself,
are being heard.
still enjoy the sound. Just in time.
Figured it out.
Halftime break.
I don't think my wife is there. I wonder if we have audio now. Sound of my voice.
I don't know what
Hey,
through to Claudel.
there we go. See if we have audio now.
Claudel. There we go.
Check, check, check.
As usual, the computer is at fault.
Yes.
Did we bring the audio back?
Error at all.
Claudel.
Do not know. I'll keep talking. I love talking. I'm on television. I'm on television for a reason, right?
If indeed the only person can hear you is yourself,
Are being heard.
still enjoy the sound.
I'm play-by-play commentator Caleb
Just
Taylor.
in time.
Figured it out.
Halftime break.
I don't think my wife is there. I wonder if we have audio now. Sound of my voice.
I don't know what
Hey,
through to Claudel.
there we go. See if we have audio now.
Claudel. There we go.
Check, check, check.
As usual, the computer is at fault. Argument back again.
Did we bring the audio back?
Error at all.
Claudel.
Do not know. I'll keep talking. I love talking. I'm on television. I'm on television for a reason, right? If indeed the only person can hear you is yourself, still enjoy the sound.
I'm play-by-play commentator Caleb
Just
Taylor.
in time.
Figured it out.
Halftime break.
I don't think my wife is there. I wonder if we have audio now. Sound of my voice. Hey, there we go. See if we have audio now.
Claudel. There we go.
Check, check, check.
As usual, the computer is at argument back again.
That's halftime. Thanks for joining us for the audio.
Well,
So
I
know.
you had it. Fort Wayne
I'll keep
FC
talking. I
goes
love
up
talking.
by a goal to nil at halftime. A great goal by Victor Claudel. Nice pass by touchdown. And we're going to attempt to get some highlights from the halftime show sponsored by ProFed. Make sure to stay tuned.
There we go. See if we have audio now.
There we go.
Check, check, check.
Is that argument back again?
That's halftime. Thanks for joining us for the audio. So you had it. Fort Wayne FC goes up by a goal to nil at halftime. A great goal by Victor Claudel. Nice pass by touchdown. And we're going to attempt to get some highlights from the halftime show sponsored by ProFed. Make sure to stay tuned.
There we go. See if we have audio now.
There we go.
Check, check, check.
Is that argument back again?
That's halftime. Thanks for joining us for the audio. So you had it. Fort Wayne FC goes up by a goal to nil at halftime. A great goal by Victor Claudel. Nice pass by touchdown. And we're going to attempt to get
we have audio now.
There we go.
Check.
That's all. Thanks for joining us for the audio.
I love talking. Here we go. We have audio now.
There we go.
Check.
That's all. Thanks for joining us for the audio.
I love talking. Here we go. We have audio now.
There we go. About 30 seconds. So, all right, let's go ahead and come back to us in 10. All right, and welcome back to the ProFed Halftime Show. I'm play-by-play commentator Caleb Saylor. Ken, what did you think of the first half?
You know what? Exciting. I think as the half progressed, Fort Wayne FC certainly settled into a rhythm and had a little bit better of the play moving forward. Michael Adidonkun really involved, playing some nice balls through, and several good opportunities. So
let's go ahead and look at the highlights here of the first half. Not a whole lot to show here, but in the 13th minute, we had a nice opportunity by Nkosi Graham. Bierig plays the long ball out of the back, and Nkosi gets on the end of it here. But the goalkeeper, Graves, he saves it well enough. And a nice effort by Graham. That was really the first serious effort of the first half. And here's Casas on that goal, that beautiful ball through to Claudel, and Claudel coolly slots it home. And Three Rivers Regiment, smoke starting to fly there. Putting Fort Wayne up 1-0 in the 21st minute. And then the final, I'd say, most dangerous threat of the first half. Going to come from, I think, Nkosi Graham. Fort Wayne working that ball around the top. Excuse me, Adidonkun. And Lynch not able to do anything with it. But a nice couple of efforts from Fort Wayne and a nice goal in the first half.
And we've talked about that. Those balls through on the ground have been really pretty effective and efficient for Fort Wayne, and would love to see somebody slot one in the back of the net for a second goal here in the second half.
Yeah, and it looked like, Fort Wayne definitely taking the front foot there at the end of the first half. I don't believe we've got any changes, or at least that I can see. And thank you very much for the fans who are watching out there. I'm not sure what it was. It was probably me not clicking the right button, but I clicked every button I could up until that point. So I apologize for not having audio for the first half, but we should be good to go here in the second.
Well, we're going to have to earn our keep here tonight, Caleb, and have twice as many things to say in the second half to make up 2 for 1.
And
2 for 1.
Hope all of those are good things for Fort Wayne FC.
Well, we're going to have to.
So no changes from Fort Wayne, and I don't believe there's been any changes from Toledo either. So how both teams came out, both teams are coming back in here in the first half, or in the second half. And I don't know if this is just off of kickoff, or I didn't notice it in the first half, but it looks like Toledo is playing a back three, or maybe a diamond D, at least with how they're standing right now with Oblieros at the top of that diamond. But I don't see a fourth defender back there, so maybe that was a switch that they made at halftime, Ken, that the team was going to line up with a back three, maybe give them a more attacking presence.
Well, it remains to be seen. Again, as successful as Fort Wayne's been playing patiently through the midfield and then slotting those through balls, we'll see. Reducing the defensive pressure doesn't seem to be the right answer, but that remains to be seen.
Here's Moriyasu. ball to find Lynch, and it
Nice little
does.
floating ball.
Lynch uses his speed, and a good tackle by Griffin Cook from Toledo to stifle the danger, at least for now. To throw in for Fort Wayne. Sauce and Adedonkun back and forth. Here's Abramson. Fort Wayne being put under pressure here.
You know, that may be another telltale sign. They're pressuring a bit higher than they were in the first half as well defensively, forcing Fort Wayne to move further back into their defensive end to recollect.
And Toledo will need to be careful because Fort Wayne has some speed on the wings in Nkosi Graham and Riley Lynch, and they're sitting in those corners that if a good enough ball gets to them, it doesn't need to be perfect. They're going to be able to have this. They're going to have the speed to be able to get on the end of it, and with playing three across the back, that leaves you certainly more susceptible. Abramson lays it off to Casas, and Casas trying to place it in the top corner, but puts it over the crossbar for a goal kick.
From this distance, the look on his face, I'm sure he wants that touch back again.
And Abramson was looking upset that referee wasn't calling a foul there. The Toledo defender's getting a little handsy, but referee says nothing in it. Foul against Sproat.
Not so for Sproat. The hands got the whistle. As we say, though, Caleb, it remains to be seen if Toledo can be successful in their aggressive defending further up the field. Perhaps it will be a benefit to them. On the other hand, as you say, potentially exposing them to those quick, fast breaks. And again, several of the Fort Wayne players with speed that can, the old saying, speed kills.
Yeah, and we saw that in the game against Dayton, and we've seen it a couple of times here tonight. Fort Wayne will certainly be looking to expose that back three. Hashimoto with the switch. Hassel not able to keep that first touch away from Abramson. It's going to be a throw-in for Toledo.
Well, good numbers forward for Fort Wayne here. See if they can keep it moving quickly enough to take advantage.
Toledo
bit of a soft touch from Riley Lynch there, unfortunately not finding its way all the way through.
Foul against Fort Wayne goes the way of Toledo.
What the score?
Graves trying to hoof it upfield.
Do you have that?
Sproat. I just put it on, yep. Okay. So foul against Fort Wayne here in the 50th minute.
Yeah. Not paying a lick of attention.
Ken, I thought the stream looked weird. I was like, man, I can't tell what the issue is. We got Scorebug up. Got Scorebug in the clock up. 4 minutes
late. And it is still 1 Fort Wayne, 0 for Toledo.
Yes. The Scorebug has a clock in it. A big improvement for us from last year. So. Fort Wayne playing out of the back. Not rushing. Burig just motioning to his defenders to press up. Long ball over top from Sproat. Adedonkun not able to reel it in. Here's Ablieros. Toledo defender, his pockets pick. Here's Graham. Plays it out to Claudel.
Claudel with the chop. And he's down in the box. Referee says nothing doing. And Toledo's coming the other way. That was a questionable call by the referee, but we play on. Moriyasu plays the ball into Lynch. Lynch able to get on the end of it. Cross delivered, but not as far as an hour. Here's Cook. And it appears as if Mocha has switched sides for Toledo. He was playing more on this near side in the first half. Now playing a bit more centrally, if not on the near side again, here in the second half. Toledo pressuring Fort Wayne hard here. Burek only makes it as far as Aballeros. Shot handled cleanly by Burek. And from that distance, you hope the goalkeeper is able to keep it out of the back of the net, and Burek certainly is able to do so there. And our master statistician says that's the first shot from Toledo. In the match so far. Fort Wayne fans will certainly be hoping that it's the last.
Well, you wonder if Toledo spotted something in the Fort Wayne defense to enact that change, shifting Malka over to the opposite side. He is their leading scorer for the season with 4 goals to his credit, and maybe sensing a bit more opportunity, although Sproat usually does a fairly solid job of closing down the spaces in the attack. So we'll see how that continues to play out here in the final 30 minutes or so.
So the ball over the top from Cook.
Will Harris just a bit lazy going to that ball at first until he saw Malka coming in the back. Quickened his step just a bit. Again by mini.
We've got a player down for Toledo. It's Jorge Aballeros. He's signaling for a sub. Comes up limping. And I didn't see any contact there. It always worries me when we have non-contact fouls, especially playing on turf. But he motioned to his hip. So hopefully it's just a strain and nothing more for Aballeros, but his day is done. And we're going to see a substitution. Mike Moser coming in for Aballeros.
Yeah, it's funny sometimes, Kalo, how that works. At just a slight misstep, your weight gets planted on the wrong angle or catch a toe in the turf, as you mentioned.
And you might hear the rich heritage of race car racing here on Clinton Street in Fort Wayne in the background. I guess nice weather brings them out, Ken.
Fort Wayne Formula One here this evening. No extra charge. Your ticket to Fort Wayne FC game gets you into the Formula One racing.
All the sights and sounds.
Down Clinton.
MotoGP, perhaps. Blasting game dispossessed.
Oh, a lot of room here for
Casas is down
Frankie.
holding his foot, but Graham driving into the box. Shots away.
Just a bit too far out, just past the outstretched leg. All that needed was a bit of redirection.
And Casas is up and moving. I think he just got stepped on by Blasingame by accident. And that mix up there. Ball through. Not able to find anybody from Toledo. Nice flick from Edodonkun to retain possession. Hashimoto doing well to keep him in front of him legally there for a second, and then illegally. It's a foul against Hashimoto and Toledo. Here's Graham. Got tripped up. And a yellow card by Graham for going through the back of the Toledo defender. And before that foul, Graham was insisting he was fouled. So perhaps out of anger, or perhaps accidentally going through the back of the Toledo defender, but it doesn't matter. It ends up in a yellow card.
Yeah, certainly Nakosa Graham made some contact there, but I think the referee was more intent on the look in his eye. He was looking for a bit of revenge after feeling mistreated at earlier opportunities.
So throw in for Fort Wayne here in the 59th minute. And a name we haven't heard much this second half, Riley Lynch. Been real quiet on the left side here, but we know from his man of the match performance against Dayton, it only takes one moment and Riley Lynch is loose.
Well, on the whole, it seems Fort Wayne FC is using the wide spaces far less than they did in that match. Quite effectively, as a matter of fact, right? They played the ball well. Abramson, in particular, on the left flank that night, and had lots and lots of runs forward.
But just in watching this Toledo team, they're a better drilled team. They're a cleaner team than Dayton, certainly. So the discipline, the word I was looking for, the discipline from the Toledo defenders, I think is keeping Fort Wayne off the wings here this second half. And the players down for Fort Wayne. I believe it's Moriyasu.
I think
holding
it is,
his head.
Indeed.
Although getting a calf stretch, so.
Looking like it. Just at first he grabbed for his knee. I was concerned, as you said, there was no real contact. But looks like it might just be a muscle cramp. Painful in the short term, but not something to be overly concerned about long term.
So still being assessed by the trainer. And there are a couple players back behind the net. Just getting a bit of a stretch, a bit of a warm up, but I don't think any of them are substitutes for Moriyasu.
Moriyasu finds out the hard way that nothing like a ball to the side to make your cramp feel a little better.
So here's Abramson trying to break. And a strong challenge from an hour bounces off of Abramson, and there's a goal kick for Toledo. Ball over the top, trying to find Mocha, but Sprode able to get ahead to it.
Well, that good hung up in the air just long enough for Riley Lynch to get a flick on to himself, but unfortunately the pace of the ball expended the amount of turf he had to work with.
Nice battle by Lynch in an hour down there. Toledo able to just see it out for a goal kick. Here's Casas. Casas out to Frank. Frank electing to go back to his defenders to reset the play here. Nice turn by Casas. A misplaced pass. Puts Toledo on the attack, but Bierig able to collect.
And it looks like, at least temporarily, Moriyasu is on the bench, still being attended to.
Moriyasu actually just took his kid off. Graham!
Again, just in the face of the goal. Looks like Kanyani ready to come on.
So Moriyasu's night is done. Guinea Kenyane coming on in his place.
Looks like
replacing him is number 31.
We've got a second
looks like Max
substitute.
Amalako is ready to come on as well. A little additional firepower up front.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's Lynch who's coming off. Only because that is Amawako's favored position. And I stand corrected. I'm not sure what the mix-up is.
Not sure what's going on with the substitution there. Coach Avery expressing some frustration with the fourth official there, but pulling Max Amako back to the bench. So not sure what the magical moment of wanting Max on that field immediately, but clearly been a change of heart.
So Fort Wayne back up with 11 men. Graham pokes it to Claudel. Claudel. A good shot. But a foul called against Fort Wayne. And honestly, I'm not sure how, because Toledo was grabbing all over Victor Claudel. But somehow Claudel came up the offender. Ball rolls out for a throw-in. And if I'm Victor Claudel, I would just watch my attitude here in the next couple of minutes, because correct me if I'm wrong, statistician Hannah, he's already on a yellow card. But this match, no.
No, he got a second yellow for that very behavior. Right to call that out, Caleb. That just couldn't quite contain his emotion and let his dissent get the better of him, and spent the rest of the evening on the side.
So Beto Anaya is putting on his jersey as well. So it looks like Coach Avery shoring up his attacking firepower. The referee's waving on the substitutes. So Max Amawako is on for Nkosi Graham. And it looks like Anaya is going to be on for Casas. So Max Amawako and Beto Anaya on. Nkosi Graham and Pep Casas off.
Looks like Riley Lynch, to your point earlier, Caleb, that that's where Amako plays. He indeed is lining up on this left side, and Riley Lynch has relocated to the right flank.
And we've seen how lethal Amawako can be on this left side with his ability just to create a little bit of space between him and his defender. And it gives Fort Wayne just a little bit of a different look with Amawako on this side.
Well, and I was just about to comment, Lynch immediately having an impact, but can't keep his arms down, and so it's coming back the other way for Toledo.
Ball rolls out for a throw-in for Fort Wayne here in the 69th minute. Claudel able to get on the end of the throw, but not able to. A good tackle by Kenyane. Puts a Toledo player on the ground, but they're not stopping play. Hassel's back up for Toledo. Just walking a little bit gingerly here, but seems to be all right. Fort Wayne all the way back to Burig.
Trying to stretch that Toledo team out as much as possible, force them to chase the ball.
That ball stays in bounds. It falls to Toledo. Here's Cook. Hashimoto. Trying to find Josh Hughes there, but Fort Wayne comes away with it. Here's Anaya.
Nice ball from Claudel.
Here's Amawako. Able to evade one defender. Second defender doesn't touch. The shot! And Graves pretty comfortably able to save it. But a nice opportunity for Amawako there.
Yeah, he had one hit the back of the net to no avail just a few moments ago. Unfortunately, the referee had blown the whistle right as he was releasing what ended up being a nicely slotted shot. Equally well taken, but easily handled by Graves.
Toledo's coming the other way here. Here's Blasting Game. Blasting Game trying to play the ball over the top to Mocha, but comes out to Burig. We've got a double substitution coming on for Toledo. So coming on is Anthony Samuel and Nafali Diallo. Don't quite have numbers yet. Who's coming off? In the meantime, Adedonkun plays a good ball out to Mwako. He beats his first defender. Here's Adedonkun again. Naya shot. Ooh, excuse me. Need a drink of water. Here's Abramson. Back to Adedonkun. Riley Lynch just gets back on side, but not able to get to the ball. It's going to be a throw-in for Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne had a lot of numbers up on that last attack, but unfortunately a little bit too linear, not creating the right angles to get the ball through, and Anaya releases a shot, but easily blocked by the defense.
So the first substitute, Anthony Samuel coming on for Harper Cook, and Nafali Diallo coming on for Josh Hughes.
Now in the match, number 22, Anthony Samuel. He replaces number 29, Harper Cook.
Fort Wayne not able to make anything happen there. It's going to be a throw-in. Taken quickly. Here's Lynch. Fort Wayne just forced backwards here. Toledo doing well to get them out of the attack. Here's Kenyane. Nice ball over top to Claudel. Claudel able to bring it down. The referee calls for offsides. The fans not happy about that one. I don't think the fans are going to do much to be able to overturn it.
I think there was a promotion at the gate tonight. All former ARs, please enter the game for free. So our crowd is
Here's
overly
Lynch,
stocked.
the shot, and the goal from Riley Lynch in the 74th minute. Puts Fort Wayne FC up 2-0 here at Shields Field Stadium. Lynch able to just give himself a little bit of space to get that left-footed shot away, and it bounced right before Graves, bouncing right into that bottom corner. And a great chance by Lynch. Able to put Fort Wayne FC ahead here in the 75th minute.
Propels Riley Lynch into the scoring lead for Fort Wayne FC this season. Considerably fewer minutes on the field, so being very effective and productive when he is slotted in there. And we mentioned that right at the outset of the show. Of course, no one could hear it because we had no audio. We made the point. Riley Lynch certainly catching the eye of
good win by
staff.
Mwako there, and Fort Wayne's away again. Claudel trying to slot in at Adedonkun, but too much on it, falls to Graves. Here's Anaya. Nice pass to Claudel. Claudel plays it out to Lynch. He's on his horse. He's able to get on the end of it. Adedonkun. And a foul against Blassingame goes the way of Fort Wayne FC. From what I can see, it's Kenyane with the shot. Delivered into a dangerous area, but Mwako not able to capitalize. Did well there to climb above the defenders, but Nothing doing. Fort Wayne back on the front foot. Here's Amawako. Nice pass to Kenyane. Here's Anaya. Kenyane not able to keep it in. Ball over the top. Burig got caught in a questionable position, but able to head it away just enough to clear his line. Shot from the Toledo player blocked by Frank. Falls immediately to Riley Lynch. Abramson trying to play the switch. Diallo able to step in front of it. And here's Diallo now. The ball back to him. Harris does well just to pause him for a second. Here's Blasingame. Trying to play Samuel, but Amawako steps in the way. Riley Lynch wanted Claudel to play that quickly. Toledo's coming the other way with it. Here's Moser. Shot deflected off of Harris. And shot just wide from Shope. That's not an easy shot to get a hold of at any level. And putting it just wide of the back post. So it's a goal kick for Fort Wayne in the 79th minute. I believe that is only the second or third shot from Toledo tonight. Fourth shot, excuse me. Claudel able to get on the end of that. Good pass.
Oh, lovely ball through.
Edodonkun trailing, but his first touch once again lets him down. But it falls to Anaya. And it's going to be a throw-in for Fort Wayne. Yeah, I feel like that first touch has been an issue tonight for Edodonkun.
Yes, he's had several of those, and that was really unfortunate because it was a nice flow of play there and killed all the momentum of that attack.
So Toledo coming the other way with it. Abramson able to snuff that out. Here's Frank.
Nice ball.
Edodonkun
does collect that one and
trying to slip somebody in, but nothing doing there. Sprode able to split the defenders to find Anaya. The ball off the face of Claudel.
That's smart.
Triple substitution coming for Toledo. First substitute coming on is Savio Adams. He is replacing a player I have crossed off my list already. 34. So Kyle Blasingame is the substitute. Fourth official just typed in the wrong number there. So Savio Adams on. Blasingame off. Federico Reali on. Kazuki Hashimoto off. And Ken, I missed that other substitution there.
And we have some substitutions for Toledo. Number 8, Savio Adams in replacing number 26.
Either way, play resumes here at Shields Field. Starting to just get a little bit chilly here at Shields Field as that sun goes down. Not nearly as hot of a day, but as that shadow grows longer, temperature's starting to drop down.
Also on number 28, he replaced number 35.
Here's Kenyane. And Milwaukee does well to control the ball in the midfield, and Adedonkun trying to break. And Milwaukee plays it out to Lynch. Plays it back to Adedonkun. Adedonkun back to Lynch. Anaya, the shot blocked. Falls to Milwaukee. And a shot, an opportunity late. The goalkeeper, Graves, doing well to block that shot.
Really, really good ball movement there from Fort Wayne. 4 or 5 players all included in that attack. Once again, Lynch might have unleashed his own shot, but dropped the ball back.
So Tom Abramson standing over the corner kick. Delivers it in, but Graves handles it comfortably, and he tries to break quickly, trying to find Mike Mosier, but Alex Frank able to clear his lines. And I think by just taking a look here, I've deduced that Zach Hassel was the third substitute off for Toledo. Here's Lynch. Taking his defender on. Cross delivered in. Claudel hammers it. Hammers it well out of bounds. And it's a goal kick for Toledo. Long ball to Adams, but Kenyane does well to climb and win the header the first time. Here's Amawako.
Sproat rock solid in the air yet again.
Reale just trying to find Mocha, but Sproat able to step in front of it. Plays it out to Adedonkun. Here's Claudel.
A lot of space. Not a lot of numbers forward for Fort Wayne, but a lot of space. Good time to maybe keep
And a
possession.
foul against Toledo.
Anaya drawing that foul.
Foul against Reale there.
Looks like Tristan Ronstadt Stevens on the side here, ready to come on.
So,
as well as Ben Barkley coming on for Claudel. Well-deserved rest for Victor Claudel. On the whole, a very good evening.
Tristan Stevens in to replace number 26, Michael Adedonkun. And number 28, Ben Barkley in to replace number 8, Victor Claudel.
So Stevens on for Adedonkun. And Barkley is on for Claudel. here late on at Shields Field Stadium.
Toledo really helping the cause here, keeping it down in their own defensive end by misplaying a couple of balls there successively.
And as Toledo tries to maybe push for a goal, it's going to open them up in the back here. Emawako trying to find Barkley. Fort Wayne still on it, though. Lynch has his pocket picked. And the Toledo defender that made the tackle on Lynch is down himself.
Not sure if he caught an errant elbow.
I'm not sure either. I can't quite tell what he's holding.
Lots of activity there in that goal area.
And it looked like a clean tackle from the Toledo defender. Oh, and I just saw it on replay. The Toledo defender got caught by a foot that got flared up after Lynch was tackled and fell to the ground, and a sensitive area is what we'll call it. So, certainly never a fun injury to receive, but one you typically after a few minutes you catch your breath again, you recover.
Really good balance overall match for Fort Wayne FC. No one in particular rising to a huge degree above everyone else, but just solid performances across the field.
So the trainer is testing the flexibility of the Toledo player's knee. So perhaps got kicked in the knee as well. And he's up gingerly, and it might take him a minute to recover here. I'll be curious to see if he's going to end up going back on, or if Toledo's going to have to play with, I believe, 10 men the rest of the match. I'm not sure if there's 5 or 6 substitutes in USL 2. I feel like I can, every year, Ken, I look this up and I can never find an answer with how many substitutes a USL 2 team is allowed to have. And especially now with top tier teams and leagues allowing concussion substitutes, and now moving to 5 substitutes, but in 3 groups. It's getting harder and harder to keep track of.
Yeah, both teams subbing liberally tonight.
4 minutes of stoppage time.
So we've got 4 minutes of extra time here in the second half. A yellow card given to Anaya for a foul on Mocha. It's going to be a free kick for Toledo. Ball delivered in. Sprode able to get the head to it. Fort Wayne able to clear their lines. Here's Anaya. Plays it out to Barkley. Lynch was offsides. Shot over the bar for Fort Wayne. And Toledo electing to play with 10 men. They can't get the 11th back on the field, it doesn't seem. So for the final minutes here, Toledo will be playing with 10.
Not that a third goal is necessary, Caleb. We certainly can while away the last couple of minutes, but Ben Barkley certainly could have done better with that last attack. He had some help, had control of the ball.
And to Toledo's defense, they closed down Barkley pretty quickly. Not that they got in front of the shot, but he was neck and neck with Barkley pretty quickly. Ball into Lynch, just too far ahead. I don't think he was expecting it to get through the defender there. Probably could have made a touch. But Toledo's coming the other way.
It's like he maybe lost sight of the ball just for that split second and not able to make contact. Good to see Fort Wayne not just sitting back on their heels, however, and continuing to push the ball forward.
And you mentioned a third goal certainly not needed here tonight, but you don't want to take advantage of a team when they're down per se, but you want to certainly put in a professional performance. Fort Wayne could probably use the goals to make sure that the season doesn't come down to points, because before tonight's match, Fort Wayne came in with a superior goal difference to the two teams in front of them in the table. And with the win tonight, Fort Wayne's going to at least temporarily go top of the table. Overlapping run from Abramson, and Graves.
Oh, nice.
Makes a good save.
Nice attack once again from Fort Wayne and a good save from Graves. But, yeah, Fort Wayne with a plus 10 coming into the night. So they'll, should we finish at 2-0, be 12-goal differential to the good. And
Barkley
as you
not able to
mentioned,
slip that in.
at least temporarily on top of both.
Spro, oh!
Off the crossbar.
Off the crossbar.
Boy, some of the best attack of the evening here in the last 5 or 6 minutes from Fort Wayne.
And I think,
again, good to see.
I think if the crossbar could talk, it'd say ow, because he absolutely smacked that ball. And it was in the perfect spot, too. The goalkeeper was not getting to it. Unfortunately, it's not in the back of the net. But Fort Wayne's still in attack here. Here's Amawako.
And again, just to finish our thought here, Fort Wayne going to go on 18 points with their 6th USL2 victory of the season. 2 points clear of both South Bend and Kings Hammer, both on 16 points.
And that's the final here at Shields Field Stadium. Fort Wayne FC 2, Toledo Villa 0. Goals coming from Victor Claudel. And who was that second goal, Ken?
Riley Lynch.
Riley Lynch, the goal scorers for Fort Wayne.
Good individual effort, indeed. 2 nice goals this evening. And
a good performance all around for Fort Wayne FC. So good to see a win at home. And here's our tiny graphic. Not sure why it's tiny, but that's okay. This is our next home match at Shields Field Stadium at 7 p.m. We've got T-Grace coming to the Summit City in our second iteration of our international friendly series.
And another great effort from the administrators and owners of Fort Wayne FC, bringing high-caliber, high-quality friendly matches here to the Fort Wayne area. And in this case, internationally, for the second year in a row, bringing a quality club from our friends in Mexico. So come on out and enjoy the action. If you're unable to do so, join us here once again for our live stream.
Yes, we'll be